I can't sing for the shit. And I broke it right.
Alright, Capcom. Try not to fuck this one up.
This party's getting crazy! Crazy about it! Let's rock!
The darkness of night falls around my soul, and the hunter within loses control. Gotta let it out, gotta let it out. Gotta let it out, gotta let it out. This demon inside has a hold of me, clutching its power and trying to break free. Gotta let it out, gotta let it out. Gotta let it out, gotta let it out. Move fast, baby, don't be slow. Step aside, reload, time to go. I can't seem to control this rage that's inside me. Bullet shots, demon darts, yet I don't miss. Branded by fire on the abyss. Red hot temper, I just can't resist all this vengeance inside me.
The time has come and so have I. Last, cause you came to die. The damage done, the pain subsides, and I can see your tear clear when I look in your eyes. I'll never kneel and I'll never rest.
Let's rock, baby.
Turn the heart to my chest. Let me see what I do best. I'll succeed as you breathe your very last breath. Now I know how the angel felt. I know the tale and I know it too well. I mean, you wish you had a soul to sell. That's striking me down the streets.
Let's start the party!
So now I'm the one to survive. You never break my faith or my pride.
Hey! Come on, babes!
All of these thoughts running through my head. I'm on fire, face burning red. Frustration is getting bigger. Bang, bang, bang. Pull my devil trigger. Embrace the darkness that's within me. No hiding in the shadows anymore. When this wickedness consumes me, nothing can save you when there's no way out.
Pull my double trigger, hey man.
This is going right in my cringe folder.
We're almost there, kids.
How boring.
Now let's take it home. I'm a wildfire you obtain. 95 temper can't put on the flame. There's no way to contain this storm swelling inside me. I'm a bomb you can't defuse. Right, just accept you're gonna lose. Can't turn down, I refuse to hold back anymore.
Now I'm getting motivated.
All of these voices inside my head, blinding my sight in a curtain of red. Frustration is getting bigger. Bang, bang, bang. Pull my devil trigger. When the night ends, it's not over. Weave right through to get closer. Like a silver bullet piercing through. I throw myself into you.
I'm gonna kill myself now. Goodbye.
Hey Dante, will we meet again? I don't see no one
Devil
up
May
here.
Cry 1, Devil May Cry 2, Devil May Cry 3, Devil May Cry 4. Fuck it, I'm gonna play DMC, Devil May Cry. I'm gonna play Dragon's Dogma, cause same director working on that shit. He's working on this shit. Capcom's back, baby. Capcom's back, baby.
Without the killing, the victim stalker. The power's proven to end the madness. Upon our taking to end the sadness. The rays of light, a truth of meaning. To my father, the blood is feeding. Justice rage for all to feel. With innocent cries and hatred squeals.
I should have been the one to kill your dark soul with light.
That pacify. My chosen soldier is stronger. In a life that craves the hunger. Freedom and a quest for life. Until the end of judgment night. Must your footsteps can never follow.
Voices inside my head, lighting my sides in a curtain of red. Frustration is getting bigger. Bang, 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 pull my devil trigger.
Hey, back the fuck up. Every note in the song, you're gonna do it right through.
And so, as we face a Sparta. Strange fate.
I wasn't expecting
Strange and ironic that it'll end the same way.
Stay motivated.
Fuck you. Devils never cry.
Hello everyone, my name is Notepad, and on What Are We Doing Today? Well, first off, I want to explain, I've been gone for the past few days, not because I've been dead or been assassinated or kidnapped by the Mafia for my use of Carlism. No, I've been missing because it's been Notepad Must Die difficulty for the past few days, so I've been working on that. And today was just a lot of little things and me falling asleep like an asshole. That's why I am streaming at very late at night. So what are we actually doing today? Well, as you can tell by the title, it being in the SPRUG workshop, is I am not going to continue development as at this time anyway. King Arthur, clean off my damn glasses. Of King Arthur and the Saga of King Arthur and the Metal Men. There's a few reasons for this. Most notably, I had a lot of ideas. There were a lot of concepts, a lot of things, a lot of bits there, but no one of the bits really added up to anything important. So it was just like, I can continue this, or I don't. And if I don't lose anything. So let's just hold off on it, let's take a step back, and as things continue, we will fix it as appropriate. I'm also drinking English breakfast tea with whiskey. It's very good. You can put a little bit too much whiskey in there, though. Just a light taste, but that's pretty all right too. So, what's the plan for today? Well, the plan is kind of up in the air, mostly because we are looking at the things Notepad wants to do, and we're going to take a look at what the current schedule is. So, the current schedule. Also, we added this Thirsty Sword Lesbians. I hate Thirsty Sword Lesbians. I hate this game. I despise this game. I have nothing but constant loathing for this game. And the reason why is, if we Google the Kickstarter for it, this game has raised $157,000. You may be wondering, but how? What is this game? The secret is that there is no game. It's a fucking powered by the apocalypse game with absolutely nothing really to it. It's incredibly basic and incredibly simple by taking the idea of Thirsty Sword Lesbians and not really doing anything unique or interesting with it, instead just making another god fucking damn thing with it. I'm like, I'm not in it. I don't like it. And it's just like, you actually have a lot of cool ideas here, but you're just choosing not to use it that way. That, and also has, if we go down here, Gaylords being the gay version of it. I don't know about you, that seems a little bit, I don't know. What are some other ones? You also have a lot of these ones that are very interesting. You may be wondering, but what do I mean by that? What I mean by interesting is it's like there's interesting bits here. I mean, hell, even if you read Gaylords, which I fucking still despise, is a fantasy setting about gay warlords inspired by U.S. gay male culture in the late 20th century. there's a lot of mileage there. There's a lot of actually interesting things there. The problem is that it's stupid, and they're calling it Gaylords. Did no one cross-check that? Did no one say, hey, maybe we shouldn't call, something we actually want people to take relatively seriously, Gaylords? And in case Twitch is like, oh, we're going to ban you. No, that's the literal name. Here you go. We also have some of the other settings, including the UCA Revolution, which is fun fact about the UCA Revolution. The UCA Revolution is actually not about what you think it is. You think, oh, it's about overthrowing something bad. No, it's about maintaining a status quo inside of your own country by fighting back against evil people doing evil things, otherwise known as going against you. Now, in a tolerant society, that we definitely are, yeah, we don't think that's not how that works at all. Let's see. We also get some just very... In a game called Thirsty Sword Lesbians, you'd think you'd actually get swords, but really fighting is like the worst thing you can actually do in this game. And someone else donated. There are literally people donating as we speak, and I feel nothing but hatred toward it. So I want to fix it and make it... And I want to... Not fix it necessarily, but I just want to make something of my own. Because, come on. Why do you hurt me this way? Stop hurting me. So, current schedule as of right now is Petals in the Wind, a game for Yuri Jam 2020, modifying morons with pedigrees with additional Notepad U degeneracy. Now, what does that mean? Notepad, what the fuck does that mean? Well, what it means is... It'll probably be started tomorrow, most likely. Because I'm probably going to have to blitz the next few days with just more and more things, because I've been kind of lazy. Also, here is the title card. As you can tell, I'm shitposting, because I talk about... I have this in the corner, but don't worry. I also realized that it's called the SPRUG Workship Presents, and you know what? I'm keeping it. It works. It works a little bit too well for what I'm going for. And generally speaking, things are going pretty smoothly. I added these finally. If we look on the YouTube front, actually, let's go to my YouTube. I've been watching a lot of random stuff, so let's go to my studio. So, as you can see here, we have our all of Project Golem, the Saga King Arthur, and the Metal Men. All of this is uploaded. The issue right now is 3.5. My Midnight Revelation, and in regards to fixing it, I needed to get that all fixed up and add the various parts together, because if you were there for that, which not anyone was really, because it was at the middle of the goddamn night, we had a recording issue and it split halfway down the middle, so I had to put the two videos together and process that. That finished about an hour ago. Yeah, things were not going too fast on that, fun fact. Let's see what other thing, actually, what I should be doing. Not actually, yeah, I should rename. No, I'll keep Project Golem. A little bit confusing, but that's what we do. Project Arrows, change color, we're changing it to green. So, if we look here, everything is going pretty damn smoothly. And I like it when things go smoothly. Things going smoothly is good. So if we continue to look here, if we go up a little ways, I still need to get these things uploaded to the website, but the website just takes a little bit longer because I gotta write everything out and it just takes time. If I do it, it's gonna be yeah, it's just gonna take time. That because I'm very lazy. Fun fact. So, Yuri Jam 2020 itself, though, has been going smoothly. I have the idea. I'm going to be modifying Morons with Pedigrees. Which, Morons with Pedigrees was an interesting little game that I enjoyed. I enjoyed writing this, because the entire idea is how do you write a game about social interaction first and everything else second. What it turned out to be was me trying to make The Great into a functional RPG, what I actually can do is what I'm going to do. Make a copy. I'm going to call this rename Petals in the Wind. Petals in the Wind. Working. Because it's going to be like the Valkyria Chronicles game for Hearts of Darkness. In which case, it's going to be a lot of me just changing what's already in here and fitting it to what I need to do. So what actually needs to be worked on? Well, first things first, let's delete all these images, because none of these images fit. Let's see. I showed you anime in 1930s Japan. Actually, I should say in Showa era. Everyone these Imperial Showa era. Imperial Showa era Japan. Imperial Showa era Japan. Things that need to get fixed up a little bit. Obviously, things like this need to get a little bit patched up. This section needs a little bit more work, and what I might do is tie it to various Zaibatsus during that time, because the idea behind it is the characters are girls going to an all-girls school in 1930s Japan, effectively. Shit's going wrong, everyone's kind of fighting, and you will have issues, and what those issues are, well, you're very close to people, and you're very alone. And when you have people who are very alone, next to people who are also very alone, you end up with people who engage in relationships that aren't maybe the most expected of you. But Japan also has a very odd view of those, which it's, quote, preparing you for the future, end quote. It's to make sure that you understand that, this is what love looks like. This is how you treat people. And understanding that in the future, you're expected to go with your husband, your fiance that you've been promised to. It's follow your family. And what I want to do in this game is I want to make sure you have that. One of the big things with morons with pedigrees is that there wasn't really a failure condition outside of someone reaching their main goal. The goal was to have someone's main goal be successful or fail, or have everyone's fail. That was the crux of the matter. What I want to add in this game is I want to add a little bit more meat to it. And by that, I want to have some failure conditions with the main character. If they go excessive on one side or they fall too low on another, the game's over as they fail. They're out. They either hide their emotions or they express them too much that they're disowned by their family. So it's kind of that balancing act of, do we make sure that they're well-to-do? Do we make sure they're happy? Do we make sure they're sad? What's the plan here? Because being too excessive in any one direction is a very good way of, losing. But not having enough in another is a very good way of losing. Obviously, things like the cottager, like these things are going to have to go. These upper four work pretty well. Probably will have to fix this entire thing, because again, you are a bunch of teenage girls. The humors, half of me wants to keep the humors, the other half of me doesn't. But I don't know what to replace them with. I need to find Asiatic humors. And I wonder if I can find out right now. Asian equivalent. Asian equivalent of for humors. I thought it was different. what would be, it would be Japanese, the thing is, I have what I would want there. I don't know the exact name of it. That's kind of the issue, because it's a lot of Chinese things. I want to make sure that it's also kind of equivalent to Japanese at that point. Mostly 1930s Japan, because they have their own thing. I might tie some things to Shintoism. That might be another pretty big thing, but I don't quite know how I want to do that yet. That's definitely in there. Now, again, the relationship in the ensemble, this is definitely staying, because I really like this, and it works fairly well. This will get a new one, obviously, just to represent various things. I also will probably give characters a little bit more oomph of where they are, who they are, and their responsibilities as such. That's probably going to be going up here, as well as how old and how young people are. Let's see. And the desired ending. Again, just more things here. Plot. I want to give more meat to these sections. Plots, duels, influence. I want to give a lot of context, a lot of just bite to it. Just to make sure that people understand what they're getting into, and that if they're getting into it, they're going to have fun with it. That's half the point. Because it's a odd approach to a game. It's a very odd concept. Morons with Pedigrees itself was just such a bizarre fucking game. And like usual, things work out really well here in Petals in the Wind. I might adapt it to Morons with Pedigree straight, which I think that's a good idea. And I don't quite know again how I want to do this section, which is like, oh wow, that's a major fucking section. Yeah, I know it's this. After that, we have Project Summoner. Project Summoner has been an interesting endeavor, to say the least, as everyone wants something different from it, and my questions to the masses, like, okay, what are you guys actually looking for? What do you guys want? How do you guys want to do this? Has been met with a grand total amount of fucking everything, which is fun and exciting adventure to worry about, but generally, I don't want to worry about it too much. But I have a few ideas on the nature of things. I don't quite know. This is going to be one of those other settings that other games that are going to need a solid anchor to really make sure everything is solidified into a single point. And once everything's solidified on that solid point, I'm good. Everything's going to work out just fine. But I need to find it first. That's going to be the hard point. And how I want to do that, I don't know yet. Someone did recommend if I go to my Stremen, my notes area. Let's see. Yeah, a lot of monsters. People were asking for like random nature of how to roll up monsters, like random monster creation charts and stuff like that. Like, there's a lot of good ideas, but the problem is there's a lot of good ideas, and I don't think I can adapt every single one. But my core idea when it comes to Project Summoner is we're going to have, we'll just call them the Summoner for now. The Summoner, which over the summon. So, for example, Summoner over the summon, which, let's say the Summoner gives a +1 to X and a -1 to Y. The summon is going to have that +1 to X and a -1 to Y, in addition to all their other stats. So I want to kind of get across that, like, you might have two different summoners. Well, we'll do Summoner 1, Summoner 2. But this one is +X, +1X and -1Y. And this Summoner is, you know, plus 1y and negative 1x, they might have the same summon. You know, we're going to have summon 1 and summon 2. These are the exact same creature. Actually, we'll do summon 1, we'll do summon for 2, summon for 1. But except summon 1 is going to have the plus 1x, negative 1y, while summon I just realized I muted myself. I don't know for how long. Yeah. That's going to be really fun to upload. Oh, fuck. Yeah, no, things are going well. Paddles in the Wind's going to take a week to finish up. And, yeah, things are going pretty good. Goodbye.